Oh hello, it's Friday, the 6th of September, and it's my last full day at Disney World. Hello, welcome back to Richard Vlogs Disney. My name's Richard. I make Disney vlogs, obviously. Welcome to my last full day at Disney World. Sad face. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If Disney vlogs are something that you like, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button with the notification bell on. You know, the kind of things that YouTubers love it when you do, because it does really help me out. Last full day at Disney World. What is the plan? The plan is we have no plan. If you came for a well-structured vlog with an idea and a plan and a narrative, you're in the wrong place, because this is not what this is. This is me going and doing everything that I want to do because it's my last chance to do it for a little while. So there's going to be lots of going, I'm going to go here now, I'm going to go there now, I'm going to go and do this thing, I'm going to go to this park. My plan is, to start at least, is just to go and get on a bus to the Magic Kingdom. Go and get a coffee, have a little wander around. It's a party day there, and if you watched my earlier vlog in the series, you know that I always recommend, if you don't want to do the evening things in Magic Kingdom, party days are great because it's normally dead. So I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom, just have a little existence in Magic Kingdom, maybe try and ride a couple of things, and then see where the day takes me. Okay, let's go see what the bus planners have in store for us. 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. That's a good time to come in then and have a look in the shop, because it has air conditioning. I'm not a fan of short sleeve shirts normally, but that's kind of cute. There was a Tommy Hilfiger collection last year, I think, and I'm pretty sure there was a shirt that looked exactly like that. But that definitely wasn't from the Tommy Hilfiger collection based upon the price. I like resort specific merchandise. I really do. I really do. Pepsi's Pepsi. Sorry. I like this sweater. I like the t-shirts. I really like this t-shirt actually. How much are you? You are $34.99. I don't think that's too bad. There's a nice water bottle here as well. And like a Christmas tree decoration. That's cute. Like I said, I like resort specific merchandise. Specifically t-shirts. I tend to try and buy one every time I stay in either a new resort or just return to a resort that I really like. I've never seen all-stars and merchandise like that before. Pins I've always found, but never t-shirts and stuff. So I might go back and get that later. Let's go. This will just never get old, and if it does, I'm done. Just end me then, because I'm evidently done. If you didn't know where I was going first, you haven't been here for very long. Got my coffee, and the park is very quiet. 5 minutes for Space Mountain. I still won't go on it, but that gives you an idea of how very quiet it is today. So again, the same tip again. If you can, and you're not too fussed about the evening stuff here at Magic Kingdom, maybe you've seen Happily Ever After before, it's not a big deal for you to catch it. Or maybe you have 2 days at Magic Kingdom and you're got park hopping capabilities. A morning in Magic Kingdom on a party day is just the best Magic Kingdom. Honestly, it is the best Magic Kingdom. Feels like home. The magic feels like home. I'm walking to the riverboat because I have to go and say goodbye. Possibly the last time I'll ever get to ride it, because we know it's going. So going there now. I have also managed to snag a lightning lane for Tron, a single-use lightning lane. That's at 2:30, so that's probably going to be like my last thing I do in this park before I like wander off to do things in other places that I want. My plan is to, wherever I end up in the middle, is to end at Epcot. Watch Luminous, have some more food and wine food, because I feel like I didn't have as much of that if you watched my evening at Epcot vlog from a few weeks back. So I want to go and try a few things that I missed. So that's the end of the day. What happens in the middle, don't know. I don't know how much you can hear me, but I love that you can see all of the like mechanics of it. Will you remember me? Da, 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 da. Sorry about that. Having a moment. Apologies, that was just a lot of just filming without me talking. It was very loud on there and I didn't really know how much you would be able to hear, so I figured it's probably not worth me chatting to a camera when all you can hear is engine noise in the background. Now, I promise this won't just become a lament about the loss of the riverboat. I understand that it's going, there's nothing that can happen, nothing that can save it. So long, sweet friend. All I will say is, I just think it's a shame that Disney seems to be taking away these kind of experiences that are just very basic, very open to a lot of people, don't really have a wait time, give you incredible like perspectives on parts of the park. Yeah, transport rides, even if they don't go anywhere, can just give people the 5 to 10 minutes to decompress and just have a nice relax in what's otherwise sometimes quite a stressful location. So anyway, but on that, it is all completely outside. It is very hot, so I am going to go and find an inside ride that I can just go and enjoy some air conditioning. I'm thinking Pirates. I'm going to walk around and have a look and see what the line is like. 15 minutes, don't mind if I do. It's about 1:20. I have an hour-ish before my lightning lane for Tron. So my current plan is the train, because I haven't been on that for quite a long time either. And now I've actually been on Tiana's. I won't get the spoiler of like the last scene when you go through it on the train. And then probably I will go to church, church being the Carousel of Progress, Disney Church. And then I will do Tron, and then I will decide where I'm going next. I've said it multiple times in the vlog, I'm going to say it again. Come on party days, look at this free space in this park. The funny thing is, the party will be busier than this. Like, the party will be busier than the day park because more people will come specifically for the party. So okay, you go through the Tiana's like scene very quickly. I was hoping for a little bit of a longer view than that.
Those of you who've been riding with me for a spell already know I'm minding thrill. But for those times I'm fixing for something a bit wilder.
Sorry, a bit of a jump getting through Main Street because it's time for Festival of Fantasy and the street was a bit crowded, so I was like, I'm not going to vlog, I'm just going to make my way quickly before I get stuck in this. I love the train. Who doesn't love the train? I am hopeful that as they expand Magic Kingdom that the train will have more like in-park views. I feel like at Disneyland you get to see a lot more like in the park, whereas here it's just a lot more like here's some more Florida wilderness. So I'm hopeful like that maybe it will like interact well with Villains Land, maybe even the Cars Land. Just, you know, something that we get to see more of like in the park. I love those different views that you get when you're looking at on like the People Mover or the riverboat or things like that. Anyway, I'm going to church. You know I can't really film in here, and I wouldn't anyway. When I say church, I mean this. Church and air conditioning. What more could you want? You have to appreciate the passion of the singing in the very last scene. That's right from the soul. The timing is perfect. It's time now for my Tron lightning lane, so I'm going to do that. I may come in tomorrow. I'm not sure. I do have my flight home tomorrow is very late. It's like after 9 o'clock at night, so I do have a lot of the day. Probably not going to vlog that though, because it's going to, if I do come in places tomorrow, it will be very similar to today where I'm just roaming, and maybe it works for one vlog, probably not 2 vlogs in a row. This has been such a good addition to the Magic Kingdom. The big news though regarding Tron is the removal of the virtual queue. So no more 7 AM wake ups to get that virtual queue spot, or remembering to open the app at 1 PM to try and get a spot in line. From the 9th of September, today being the 6th, so 3 days from today and way after when this vlog has probably gone on YouTube, this will just have a normal standby line. I do feel like when the normal queue begins, the standby queue begins, a lot of it is going to be outside using this kind of area. So maybe just be prepared for, especially in the summer, like today, it's very hot, a lot of outdoor waiting time. So bring that water, bring the hats, just be ready for it. Completely messed up trying to film in that little like compartment where you can put like sunglasses and stuff. Had the camera all nicely lined up just as we were in the boarding area, and then as soon as the train departed I tried to like move it slightly and it just fell over, and it just like I couldn't get it set again for the actual ride. So I may have used the like slow-mo from the on-ride camera, but the person next to me is obviously not someone I know, and if I couldn't blur them out, then I won't use it. So not fair to put them on the internet on a really terrible Disney vlog channel. Okay, it is now 3:10. It's time to leave the Magic Kingdom for now. Let's go grab a bus, and hopefully the bus will be air conditioned. Came into the Tron shop on the way past, and they have this like Tomorrowland merchandise, and I love it. No price, wonderful. I love it, Disney. Love the no price. They also have these socks with the old people mover cars on them. There's a lounge fly if that's your kind of thing. Not really bags for me, but I love this. The detailing on the monorail is so good. There's also this like drinks tumbler. It's very large. I'd say it's at least like 20-30 fluid ounces. I only know drinks by Starbucks cup size, but yeah, I love it. There's this like Tomorrowland baseball jersey. This is a XXL, so that's why it's a little bit big, but it says Magic Kingdom 71 on the back. The Tomorrowland, like this isn't for me, but I love it. Like I can't explain how much I love it. And then the final item is this like bowling shirt. Like it's so retro futuristic. I just love it so much. Again, this isn't for me. I couldn't and wouldn't wear this, but I love it. I got the Tomorrowland socks. I ummed and ahed about the t-shirt for ages, but I just won't wear it. So I was like, the socks I will wear. Disney, I have 2 pieces of feedback for you. One positive, one constructive, we'll say. The constructive one, put prices on things, please. Like the price labels, just put the prices on them. I don't want to have to search around for how much the price is or ask someone. So there's your constructive feedback. Actually, they're both constructive feedback. The more positive one though is do more land-specific merchandise. That collection is amazing. I love it. I want to be able to walk into shops in each land and find merchandise specific to that land. I want Frontierland merch. I want Adventureland merch. Let's make that happen. I'm not sure if I'm going to come in here tomorrow, so I'm going to give it the last look as if I'm not. And then if I do tomorrow, then it's a bonus. Just looking at it in the viewfinder. One last look before we turn the corner. Okay, one more. And that's it. Bye, Magic Kingdom, for another trip. So it's 20 to 4, and I won't show you because it's just rude to film a crowd, but there is a big crowd outside now, waiting to get in for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And this is kind of the part of the day where it will get busy, as the party guests can enter, and so all of a sudden you just get this influx of additional guests at the same time as the day guests. So if you are making use of my tip and coming on a party day to get an emptier park, now is normally about the time you can start to hop, or go about your hotel and have a rest, or whatever it is you plan to do with the rest of your day. So Disney does do bus transportation between the parks, between each of the parks is what I'm trying to say. Like you don't have to go back to your hotel to go to another park. Of course, some of the other parks have different modes of transportation between them, so I couldn't get a bus to Epcot, I'd get the monorail to Epcot. So consider that before you go to a bus that might not be there. But I'm going to Hollywood Studios, there's no other way to get there apart from on the bus, so let's go find the bus. Okay, new plan for 2 reasons. 1, the line for the Hollywood Studios bus was very, very long, and I feel like I wasn't going to get on the next bus. 2, I don't really want to go to Hollywood Studios. I was simply going to Hollywood Studios for Skyliner access. New plan is to go to Art of Animation and get on the Skyliner there. because hopefully the bus will be much quieter. Right, where is Art of Animation? Do reading 22. There hasn't been a Hollywood Studios vlog in this series, and considering today is the last full day, it doesn't seem like there's going to be one, which is fine. I have been there, so if you'd like to see some Hollywood Studios adventures, a really good day actually at Hollywood Studios where we got a lot done, definitely go and check out Adam's channel. I will put the channel down in the description, but let's face it, if you watch me, you already watch him, so go check that out. So I've genuinely never been to this hotel, so I'm kind of looking forward to having a little explore as I make my way to the Skyliner. I love the animation pictures on the wall. So here's a resort map. We are currently here by Animation Hall. There's Cars themed rooms, Finding Nemo themed rooms. These ones are the Lion King, and these ones are the Little Mermaid. These are the ones that are like normal hotel rooms. Every other building is like family suites. Art of Animation was originally supposed to be the other half of Pop Century Resort. So Pop Century has the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. And then what is now Art of Animation was going to be built as the second half with the first half of the century in the different buildings. And the only buildings that got built before construction was put on hold because there was a downturn in tourism was what is now the Little Mermaid room. So that's why those are hotel rooms. They were already built, so they just carried on being hotel rooms. So this is the other half of what was supposed to be a much larger Pop Century resort. I think they made the right decision, because I'm not going to lie, I don't think like the 1910s and 1920s is necessarily a good theme for a value resort. I think value resorts are always about over the top, crazy big props, great for families, and this looks great. I think if you had kids, you would be very happy in this resort. And now the whole reason that I came here in the first place, just to ride the Skyliner. I'm lucky I got in a cabin without a ramp, so you can see through all the windows. You can specifically ask to not be in a ramped cabin. You can ask to wait for a clear one. I prefer it because you can see more out the windows, and I kind of get a little bit like motion sick when I can't see outside. Anyway, Skyliner time. That noise. I don't know how well you can see that bird flying. That's a bald eagle. America. It just caught something in the lake and then flew off. But I saw it like diving. I was like, that's a bald eagle. The sky over there is looking really nasty. So I'm just hoping that we get through this journey before the Skyliner stops operations, because that looks like it could be a storm. So that means it's time for your weekly reminder that this is not the dry season. Summer in Florida is the wet season. If you are planning a trip in summer, you will have a great time, but just expect that it will rain every day. It has rained every day on this trip, and that's just completely normal. It is about 4:30, so this time in the day, expect to see grey clouds on the horizon, expect to see torrential rain. It's just part of Florida in the summer. You're coming to a tropical climate, it's hurricane season, it's wet season, this is just what happens. And this is Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We are at the Caribbean Beach main station. There's technically one, but the Riviera Resort station is also very accessible to Caribbean Beach. If you're interested in Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, we stayed here on our fantasy trip in January, so make sure you go and watch that vlog series. It has room tours and all of that kind of good stuff, so go and check that out as well. Welcome to an evening at Epcot 2. Food and Wine Festival Boogaloo. I got another festival passport. Gonna look through, find some things to eat. I'm very hungry, I haven't eaten yet today. Was kind of saving it for this. So we're gonna find a few things to eat and try really hard not to just go back to the things I already tried that I really liked. So I'm gonna read through there now and see what we got. I also might need to buy a t-shirt. I broke my own summer rule and didn't pack a spare t-shirt today. And I'm just saying that my back is not a pretty place at the moment. It's very hot, and I'll let you fill that in as you wish. So I was good, I held strong. I walked past Canada and the soup and the steak, and I was like, I'll come back for you. But I got to China because there were some things on the menu here that I wanted to try, so let me show you what I've got. So this is the chicken dumplings, and then we also have a, oh, terrible camera work, a duck bao bun, which looks great, but I'm going to take this like cucumber thing out of it because that isn't it for me. we'll start with the dumplings. Yeah, okay. So the sauce is a sweet and sour sauce. I think it said that on the menu, to be fair, so I should have known that. I like gyoza. I eat a lot of gyoza anyway. This is just a standard chicken gyoza with a pretty standard sweet and sour sauce. So there's nothing particularly special about that. I'll give it a 3. Like, it's tasty, it's fine, it's not bad. It's just kind of average. We'll try the bao bun. I've taken the cucumber out. Annoyingly, it had all the hoisin on it, so I used it to like spread the hoisin around. I already know that this isn't enough sauce. I love hoisin sauce. I already know that this isn't enough sauce. But anyway, let's try it. Yeah, exactly what I said. It needs more hoisin sauce. The duck is really, really nice. The duck is really great, actually. So it's going to get a 4 for the duck alone, because the duck is really tender, really well cooked. And if you like me and you just like duck, it's a good duck. It needs more sauce. So that's what stops it from being a 5. It's not got enough sauce in it. So yeah, a 4. I think the problem with any Chinese food, like anywhere, even in the quick service there, is everyone has a favorite Chinese place. You have your home Chinese restaurant that you go to all of the time. So when you have Chinese food that's not from there, it just seems average, and that was kind of average. Anyway, we carry on. Let's find something else. The next booth I've come to is Italy. Traditionally, normally a letdown booth. I think, again, Italian food, people have standard Italian food that they really like, and sometimes this can be really hit or miss, and mostly it's miss. But the menu is quite interesting, so let me turn you around and show you. Bear me a second, I'm just getting the page of the book up so I get this correct. Okay, so we have Italian style nachos, that's homemade beef ragu, pasta chips, which is why I wanted to try it, tomato sauce, and dried ricotta cheese. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look like ricotta cheese to me. I wanted to try that, just the pasta chips sounded good. This is a poppoltine, which is beef meatballs, raspberry, beef meatballs, again, rosemary focaccia, and pomodoro sauce. So a little bit like a deconstructed meatball sub. I'm gonna start with the nachos. Yeah, I think it's like just, it's not missed, it's a 3. The pasta nachos, like the chips, like they're not pasta-y, they don't taste like pasta. Like what does pasta taste like when it's at home? So it's just, it doesn't taste like pasta, it just tastes like a fried crunchy thing. The ragu is nice, it just would like more flavour, and the cheese is just, I mean, it looks like just like bagged cheese. So yeah, like a 3. Next I'll do the poppoltine. I'm not sure really how to do this, so I'm just gonna get a bit of everything. So a bit of the bread, a meatball, some of the sauce, and see how we get on. Just while I'm making this, I just had a band start during, they have Eat to the Beat. So you get some pretty famous bands come and do gigs, so definitely if you're here for food and wine, have a look and see who's around. There might be someone that you really like, and you can come and see a show as included in your Disney ticket price. Yeah, the Italian booth again is just kind of disappointing. That's like a 2. It's meatballs, tomato sauce, and bread. So the band is Hoobastank, who have like one song I know. Next up is Yellow Card, which is like a Teenage Richard, like, you know, staple. Love Yellow Card. So annoyingly, I'm not here when they're playing. I leave tomorrow, so I can't see that. But you know, there are some good bands in there, so have a look. There might be something that you want to see. I caved and bought a new shirt. It's my new Epcot shirt. It's a bit of a mullet shirt. I don't know if you won't be able to see back there. It's in business in the front, party in the back. I'm not normally into a big like pattern on the back, but I really like this shirt, so there you go. You can't see behind me very well, at least it doesn't show on camera, but that is rain finally coming. So I'm gonna duck in Spaceship Earth and just enjoy the air conditioning for however long. If it wants to stop for a while and just keep me inside, I'll be more than okay with that. 5 minutes. And that is what I'm running away from. I can smell it from the outside.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid. And that's basically it now. I'm just sort of, I have my poncho that I used to get from the exit of Spaceship Earth to underneath Spaceship Earth. But really, unless I want to get my feet absolutely soaked, I'm here until it stops, and that could be a really long time. I'm gonna have a look in the camera center and in gateway gear, so just kill some time and see what happens. It's sort of died down. A lot of people are heading to the exit. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try and get to the Land Pavilion. Wish me luck. So that's what was here. That way looks nicer. It's kind of stopped for a minute. I knew it was raining because coming down backwards on Spaceship Earth, when we got to like the bottom of that, you could hear it hitting the building on the outside. I was like, okay, no, that's heavy. I'm not sure what footage I will have used from Spaceship Earth, but if I use any from like at the end where it's showing you your future, you may have noticed that I had AirPods in. I did something particularly geeky, which was I went on Spaceship Earth, but I was listening to the old Spaceship Earth audio on my phone because the Jeremy Irons audio is really good. That's like the level I'm at now. I'm like visiting past rides via YouTube. If you're really interested, I'll put a link in the description to the like Jeremy Irons audio of the old Spaceship Earth before Judi Dench, and you can see which you prefer. I think it probably comes down to which one did you ride first. Soarin' is 15 minutes, so that's easily worth it. I wasn't even going to put any of Soarin' in the vlog, right? I recorded it for myself just to have a video recording, but I need to talk about it, and I don't mean to be a complainer. I don't like to complain, but that was atrocious. Like, none of the smells worked. The whole thing was just kind of grubby. It's just simple things, right? Like, just simple ride maintenance. Like, the smells are such a big part of the ride. Just fix that stuff, is all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm going on living with the land now. I have a feeling that it's absolutely pouring outside because the line for Soarin' is now like very long. You'll never convince me that this isn't the other side of the Carousel of Progress house in the first scene. So I realised I'd only got savoury things, so I found a couple of sweet items that I wanted. I went to Swirled Showcase, which is the old Starbucks, just at port of entry. This is liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce. Sounds good. This is a drink. It's a frozen apple pie. I'm pretty sure I've had this at Festival of the Arts. It's basically just like an apple cider with some soft serve ice cream and pie topping. Excuse the angle, I couldn't find a table, so I'm like perched on a bench. Right, let's do this nitro sweet potato mousse thing first because it's still so warm, so it's going to melt really quick. It's like good hard packed ice cream. And the sweet potato is an interesting flavour for the ice cream. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really know what to make of that yet. I'm going to withhold a score until I've had time to think about it. No, I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4. Definitely interesting. I give it an extra point for creativity. I'm just not sure the flavour's there enough in the actual mousse. That a lot of the flavour is coming from the pecans and the sauce, rather than the mousse itself. Right, let's try the drink. This is basically an apple float. It's apple cider and apple ice cream, so pie crust is good. Oh, it's got like actual apple pie in it as well. Yeah, it's a 4 as well. It's a 4 as well. It's good. It's nice. Yeah, 4. I think that's it for Food and Wine Festival stalls. I'm pretty happy with my selection that I chose. There was obviously some really good stuff in there. There was some not so good stuff in there. It's 8:20. We have 40 minutes till Luminous. So I'm going to go to the front of the park, to the entrance, and see if they're playing some of the Spaceship Earth shows on with the lights. I can't think of what they're called right now, but you know what I mean. And then it's Luminous time, and then it's home time, because I am tired, because staying out very late at Halloween Horror Nights last night and then doing pretty much a full day in the park is hitting hard. So that was the I'm a Star show. The song is from the newish movie Wish. I haven't seen it, I don't know the song, but the light shows are really good. There seems to be 3 on rotation, maybe 4, but 3 on rotation right now. The Star one that's to the Pinar Toprak World Celebration soundtrack, and one that's Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, which I assume is for food and wine. It's 10 to 9, so I am going to go and find a spot for Luminous.
Find your place in the great symphony of us. Can you hear the sound of the world in motion? Sing out so others can hear you. The music we make echoes back at us in chorus, in concert, in symphony. The great symphony of us.
I don't know what Disney has done to make me love that show so much. I'm going to fight this crowd back to the hotel. I'm not going to try and vlog during this, what will likely be chaos, so I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm back at my hotel. It's raining outside. If you couldn't tell, there is a hell of a storm coming. But let me change my t-shirt again, and then I will sit down and we'll do like a wrap up of the vlog, the trip, the whole lot. And I'm dry. And it's kind of full circle because this is the polo I wore on the day I got here, so it's all, it's all connected. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I wrap up this trip? If it isn't obvious, I have decided that I'm not going to vlog tomorrow. I do vlog travel the wrong way day sometimes, but it feels like tomorrow's vlog would pretty much be a repeat of today's, which is just me roaming around, kind of just doing whatever I wanted, and it worked maybe. For a vlog, it maybe didn't work. Maybe no one is watching this. But I don't think it would work for 2 vlogs in a row. And actually, you know what? I kind of just want a day where I just go and absorb. I have a terrible tendency to self-sabotage my own trips, where I go, if X doesn't happen in this way, or if Y doesn't happen, it's not going to be a good trip. And if the trip then doesn't live up to my already preset expectations, I think the trip wasn't very good, and I have a terrible tendency to do that. So this entire trip I've just been trying to enjoy the moment, enjoy the trip, and I have had such a good time. I'm going home with everything that I wanted, and that you can't really ask for more from a trip. I think it's very easy for people to dismiss and mock Disney adults. People who, as adults, without children, sometimes even without their significant others, come to Disney just to be here. And fine, if you want to, that's fine. But I just don't think people understand what this place means to a significant number of us be at a place where we feel happy, connected to loved ones that aren't with us anymore, and just a place where we can come and just disconnect for as long as possible. I think people say that Disney adults need to grow up, and I think some people need to understand that we've done a lot of growing up, and we come here to escape the growing up that we had to do out in the real world. I don't even know if this is going to make it into the vlog. I'm just monologuing now. Maybe it will. But for me, this trip has just been great. I know that's such a boring word to use, isn't it? Great. Any other adjectives? No, it's just been great, and I've had such a good time. But I am internal monologuing now, so I am going to end it there. I feel like this has been a long vlog, and considering I went into it with no like structure or plan, it may not have been a very good vlog. Who knows? It's still going to be on the internet, so I'll let you guys decide. If you have got this far, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you who watches the stuff that I put stupidly onto the internet. I don't do this for any other reason than a hobby, for the joy and love of this place, and sharing that with everyone that takes the time to watch and comment and like is, I genuinely appreciate everyone. So thank you so much for watching. And on that, if you have enjoyed it, give it a like, because it helps me out a lot. Why not subscribe? Because I've got plenty more coming, and I do have more coming. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on, because I do have more coming. And I will see you in the new year. But for now, for one last time from the All-Star Music Resort, bye!